Welcome to our Patreon page. I want this to be a vibrant, active business community and even an elite club of success-driven brothers and sisters. As you know, our median incomes and net worth lags far behind other groups, and we need to have a tangible roadmap for reducing that gap. Part of it is sharing our experiences with each other so that we can learn from each other. For those of you starting and running your own businesses, it's good to learn better ways to promote your business. Given that most small businesses fail within the first couple of years, it is important to find out why and how to avoid the red flags. One of those risk areas is in planning and promoting the business idea. Just simply introducing your product or service is not enough, as that's not very interesting to people who don't even know you and who have heard it all before, right? So you have to find unique ways to spread the message in a way that entertains and informs the public, your target audience. Telling your unique behind the scenes story is one of the best ways if done right. That's where candid business and career interviews come into play. For our business patrons, I will interview you using my entertain and inform format, E&I. Why is this important? Because most small businesses simply suck at advertising and promoting themselves. I hate to say that, y'all, but excuse my French. But that's just the way it is. But having said it, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm saying this based on years of experience with businesses trying to advertise across our various social media platforms and websites. I can tell that most of you probably never read a book on marketing principles or gotten formally educated in marketing and advertising at all. If you get a chance, read the original marketing strategy book by a guy named Edward Bernays from way back in the 1920s. He gave you the game, the whole game in that book. But essentially, he's breaking marketing down to a science of hustling the mind of the public, almost through propaganda in a way. What you want your target audience to do for you can't be obvious in your marketing campaigns. In other words, people have to feel like they're getting something of value. They don't care that you offer products and services. I mean, you do, but they don't. They do care that your products and services positively impacts their lives. What is it about your product or service that will impact the lives of your target audience in a positive, rewarding way? Your answer to that question is the basis of your marketing campaign and even your overall business plan. But answering that question is only half the battle. The way you package your answer to then promote it to the public has to entertain and inform them in a unique way. I'm stressing this point again. That's how you establish your niche in your industry. For instance, one of the reasons big companies love promoting entertainment industry events like the Oscars we just saw is because one of the most engaging forms of content online, whether you like it or not, is celebrity news and gossip. People love their celebrities, they worship celebrities, of course, and all things related. And as we all saw with the Oscar Awards of 2022, the slap heard around the world delivered unto host and comedian Chris Rock from Oscar-winning actor Will Smith brought worldwide attention to Jada Pinkett Smith's alopecia hair loss condition. Pay attention. This drama became the top trending topic worldwide across all social media platforms. Those who never heard of alopecia before now know what it is. But a little known fact is that the pharmaceutical company giant Pfizer not only was a major sponsor of the Oscars, they also have an alopecia drug coming soon. See, coincidence? You be the judge of that. But product placement is a great strategy for promoting your business because it is subtle, but more importantly, it entertains and informs. That's how you have to think. Think like the big dogs, right? So, I know that a lot of you are in the hair business, either as stylists, extension installers, or barbers. We'll use that as an example of this industry. So, pop quiz. What's the most effective way to promote your business? Letter A. Tell the public you offer a hair service with links to your website and social media. Or B. Tell the public about a client of yours who suffered some kind of hair loss that led to low self-esteem and even depression. But after you had compassion for them, you gave the client a discount and installed a wig, extensions, or hair plugs that made them feel good about themselves and had them confident enough to achieve greater success more than ever before. Right? So, you see my point? You see where I'm going with this? Obviously, the public will be more engaged with option B because you're entertaining and informing them with a very compelling, heart-wrenching, and motivating story. Those with hair problems out there will then be motivated to seek out your service because you made your business offering stand out from everybody else, right? These are the kinds of business strategies I want all of you to achieve, especially since we have, like I said earlier, the lowest median net worth and incomes in society. Part of that is we need to do a better job at marketing. And my business interview series will help you do just that. So, when I do interview you eventually, whenever that happens, whether online, via video chat or video conference, or in person, I don't want you to bore my audience by simply shouting out your product or service. No, that doesn't work. Not effective. Nobody cares. I'm being very blunt. They just don't. Put yourself in their shoes. Do you care? Somebody tell you about their product or service? Just look at all the boring Facebook business groups where small business owners keep listing their products and services but hardly get any likes, right? I know. I've seen them over the years. And I reject most of those who try to plug their business on my social media pages and from my business strategy group and websites because that kind of content is just not engaging at all. It's kind of lazy if you think about it. Instead, I want you to tell your story, your life journey, why you started your own business, where you come from, what tragedy or obstacles did you overcome in your life that motivated you to want to achieve higher levels of success? What obstacles did you overcome? And so on. Trust me. Just trust me on this one. By following this lead, you will be surprised at the outcome. Plus, you'll be able to use the interview video in your marketing campaign, posting the link to your own website and social media platforms so that it will drive more engagement, but also more customers to you because it will be unique and make you stand out from your competition. It's always good branding strategy to have an influential source like Affluent Blacks or 50 Plano TV, hosting an interview of you and your business story. And those are great careers as well. You executives out there, you too. Networking as a business growth strategy. As some of you may know, I'm usually out and about around town, Plano, Frisco, the Colony, Dallas, Fort Worth, wherever, socializing and networking regularly. Been doing that for many years now. As a cloud computing consultant and an IT advisor to C-level executives of Fortune 500 companies and smaller, of course, I've seen many different kinds and styles of networking out there for men and women out there in business and beyond. I won't go into a lot of details on tactics, of course, it's not enough time for this video, but I've seen traits of successful networkers and not so successful ones out there. The most important attribute to have is to be yourself, and don't force a message on people. Every dialogue, whether for personal or business reasons, is a balance between talking and listening. The people who fail at networking are those who try to force a message, over talking everyone, and as a result, end up doing a monologue diatribe. Why, people? Why? The rule here is that a monologue will get you cataloged in the trash can of your audience's mind. Repeat that. Think about that. No matter how eager you are to sell your product or service, or to get a business connection to help you sell your stuff on another level, a higher level, you have to keep in mind that your target audience is also human. They're people with a life story and journey. So why should they buy your product or service? What in their lifestyle wants to make them buy your product or service, right? Truly get to know the person first. And then, when the moment presents itself, carefully ease in whatever your business purpose is. And sometimes it's not always about landing a connection right away for business. For instance, I frequent happy hours at high-end establishments in upscale areas. And it also helps that I live in such an affluent area. I am walking distance from Legacy West, shops at Legacy in Plano, and driving-wise, I'm not far away from the Star in Frisco, Dallas Cowboys headquarters up there, the world headquarters, and Grandscape in the Colony where Nebraska Furniture is. And those are within like a couple of miles of me, so it's like, just a few minutes drives or whatever. But long story short, I nicknamed this area Billionaire Circle because within a 3-mile radius of the intersection of Dallas Tollway and Sam Rayburn Tollway is one of the most affluent communities in the world, not just the country, in the world. But it's been built by billionaires over 20 years. So back in the early 2000s, probably late 1990s. So when I go to Del Frisco Steakhouse, one of those top-end steakhouses, or Kai, the Japanese fusion spot, or Sushi Marquee, Mexican Sugar, and so on and so on, I'm having natural conversations with some highly successful executives, doctors, high-powered attorneys, investors, and business people. Some of these people are millionaires from California and New York who just moved here. Long story short, I don't talk business to them right off the bat because I know I will see them again as they are regulars. So, why force a message on the first meeting? This is a mistake people make all the time when starting a business, right? Just hang out a few times, be natural, and eventually things will come around to what each of us does for a living. Sometimes, in my case, they will have a project that needs my services as a cloud computing expert. It happens. And especially now, people work from home, it's more bandwidth on the internet, that kind of thing. So companies are ramping up their cloud computing now. But sometimes they won't have a need for my services. And that's okay, because I just like meeting people and learning about their life journey anyway, right? It's all about being sociable. And that's how successful business networkers operate. I strongly advise you to do the same. Tips for those in network marketing. So you saw me, I just talked about networking, and I don't want to confuse that with network marketing, right? Although there's some, it can kind of be the same kind of thing fundamentally, but it's a little bit different though. So most network marketers actually have the same problems as most small businesses that fail. You guys don't really do a good job of telling a compelling story that entertains and informs. On top of that, unless you do what Madam C.J. Walker did over 100 years ago, you just come across as another pyramid scheme. Not trying to be mean, and please don't flood my DMs with messages trying to convince me why I'm wrong. That's not what this is about. I'm trying to help. Going back to Madam C.J. Walker. Miss Walker, along with Ann Turnbull, people forget about her as well, was one of the pioneers of network marketing. Even Mary Kay Cosmetics, decades later, would adopt pretty much the same network marketing strategy of these two brilliant sisters. But long story short, they didn't just recruit members for the sake of recruiting money, right? They gave sisters hope that they can overcome their condition in a racist and sexist society by using and selling a product that can both make them feel good and make them some money. They can realistically make money by selling hair products or by recruiting other women to sell hair products under them. And this strategy worked, making many sisters very successful. Likewise, your network marketing offering has to be like this. But unfortunately, most of the offerings I see are scams or scammy. All the money goes to those at the top of the pyramid, while most people under them are broke. Yes, some of you will tell me to come to one of those revival style meetings and conferences where everyone is happy and jovial and feeling great and motivated. But realistically, and we all know this, they can't truly prove that the underlying business model is viable. So let's be honest, provide a real offering where it doesn't take someone having to go to a cult meeting to prove that most people can make money if I can easily read up, well, basically, if they can make money. But if I can easily read up on Madam C.J. Walker and Mary Kay Cosmetics to see how a lot of people make some kind of realistic money, then my fellow brothers and sisters in network marketing, you should your offering should be just as easy to research and look up as well, right? If not, then unfortunately, I can't risk my brand being entangled with a business that some might consider kind of scammy. That's why I've shied away from reposting such businesses. And I know I'll probably get some who want to do this Patreon as well. And it's going to be tough unless you have a proven, viable business model that really produces results for people. So keep that in mind. Tips for Hollywood promoters and Hollywood movie promoters, especially. From time to time, we get approached by major movie promoters wanting us to promote their movie releases for free in the area. In the beginning, I used to entertain those, right? That was years ago. But I stopped that practice soon after because there is no benefit to us. And this is where a lot of small businesses as well and some bigger ones miss the mark. Why do you entertainment industry promoters do this? Every business deal has to be win-win. A few movie promoters would at least offer VIP tickets to early movie premieres, which is cool. It's all right. But even then, they should also list us as co-sponsors of the movie release across the Dallas-Fort Worth area. So, for all you movie promoters out there who want us to post your movie releases, you just now read our terms of service. That's our terms of service now. VIP tickets and a mention in your press releases that we are co-sponsors of the release. Now, I know that most of them are independent promoters with no business sense. I hate to say it. But the few who are business savvy will agree that these terms are reasonable. And let this be a lesson for all you business people out there as well. Anybody who approaches you about, any kind of business needs to make it a win-win for you as well, right? That one makes sense. So, anyway, again, let this be a lesson to you small business owners. Like I just said, know your worth and don't settle for less. You put a lot of hard work, sweat, and tears into your dream. Why let someone cheapen it by treating it like crap? Kick them to the curb, to the streets. Anyone who wants freebies from your business without reciprocity is for the streets, to paraphrase rapper Future. Success-minded entrepreneurs don't have time for failure-minded individuals. Anyone who wants a one-sided freebie from you is a loser. Let me repeat that. Anyone who wants a one-sided freebie from you is a loser. Don't entertain them. Well, that's it for now. I want to especially thank and welcome all of our Patreon members, and followers of our social media platforms and website. Let's make this experience a win-win for us both. We want to continually hear from you regarding your business and career successes and challenges. Until the next video, take care, business warriors.